Usually nobody wants to go first. So for like 30 years, I've just been the one to go first. And so after doing that for so many years, I don't get any of, oh my gosh, I'm up first nervousness. So this is one of my original songs. Going to be on the new CD of songs about climate justice. Yes. And it's called The Earth Dreams. Stan, is that coming through okay? The earth dreams that she's a young maiden, cupping the seas in her hand, a cradle for all of her creatures, wander on water and land. In this dream, everything's perfect, all her creatures get along. The tides and the seasons a hooting and calling all echo a phrase of her song. All echo a phrase of her song. Tularu, tularai, tularu, tularai. This balance so carefully woven is threatened by one angry child, the loudest and brightest with voice divine, acting so mean and so wild. As the smoke fills the air and the ocean, and the forests are ground into towns, the powerful know the sea is rising, but think only the poor will drown. Think only the poor will drown. Tularu, tularai, tularu, tularai. In this nightmare she sends them a warning over and over again, but they race to the edge of the cliff now, as if they want all life to end. In this dream there's a sweet song that rises as more people understand. She wakes and this melody lingers like a flood giving back to the land, like a flood giving back to the land. Tularu, tularai, tularu, tularai, tularu, tularai, tularu, tularai.
Whoa.
Hey,
Really
David.
nice, David.
Beautiful.
Really nice.
Sweet. Very sweet.
Cool. Dee, you got your hand up. You got something for us?
Yeah. Spotlight me, please.
You are on.
Okay, I'm going to be going to another. Whoa, echo.
We need to
I'm
mute.
going to be going to another Zoom event after this, so I'm here to do 2 poems for you today. Whoa. Weird echo effect.
We all need to mute.
Wow.
Yeah, if we all mute, that might help.
Yeah. Good idea. Okay, I'm going to do two poems for y'all, but before I go into it, a little Zoom etiquette. But there's no responses button here, so I'm going to skip over that. The two poems I'm about to do for y'all today in the spirit of Poetry Month, Earth Day, and Arbor Day all come out of my fifth book, Eloy or Nietzsche, Poems, 2013 to 2018, release Earth Day 2020. So this month happens to be the 1 year anniversary of this little book here. The book is divided into 3 sections. I'm only going to be doing 2 poems from 2 sections. First one comes from section 1 entitled Harm to Nature, and it's a personal autobiographical piece from pages 10 and 11. This is called Conundrum. As a twiggy little boy of 9, I was so curious about the bumblebees hovering over blood-red roses, flesh-pink roses, bushes filled with pale yellow honeysuckles that grew in my grandmother's yard. So curious, when I reached out to touch one, that bumblebee stung me with its needle-like tail, leaving behind a mark, swollen red, painful, on the caramel brown of my arm. Never touched another one since. There were so many bumblebees back then, practically in swarms. Every spring, pollination time. Now I'm older, a man of 53. Taller, darker skinned, closer to chocolate than caramel. Still twiggy though. Another spring has arrived, and something's missing from the big ecological picture. Absence leaves behind a mark, a conundrum. Where have all the bumblebees gone? I hear different styles of music, but no distinctive droning buzz fills my ears. I see all manners of insects fly in the air, but no visible sign of the little pollinators paying any visits to East Oakland's roses. Extinction leaves behind a mark, a conundrum. Who will produce honey when the bumblebees are gone? Thank you. And that first poem was called Conundrum, my personal rumination on the slow disappearance of bees from the world in the past 6 years. Back in 2015, when I first wrote this poem, I saw at least a dozen bumblebees at most. Now it is the year 2021. We're still in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic, and I would see one bee or none. Blame that on a funny little thing called global warming or Roundup weed killer. And the next and last piece comes from the 3rd section of the book entitled Travels Through Nature. And to assist me in this endeavor, I'm going to use the share screen function. Bob?
You've got it, go.
Okay, I'm going to try it now. The last poem happens to be about one of California's most beautiful green areas. And I went to this particular green area back in September of 2014. And this last poem is based on that. From pages 44 and 45 of Eloy or Nietzsche. This is called Guardians. They stand watch over everything precious that thrived in moist shadows and passed beneath them. Coastal redwoods, towering, supremely thick, rust-colored specimens of wood with 12-inch bark, giant elders. Guardians of groves, at first glance intimidating looking, yet inviting, maintained a steady vigil 1,000 years or less. Some humans rightfully saw fit to preserve these ancient watchers of life. When they wandered through one of the groves, William and Elizabeth Kent witnessed still, unspoiled, botanical beauty, vowed its protection from the logger saw's ripping touch, and gave it John Muir's name. Verdant patches of 3-leaf clovers, sprawling coils of fern, tall, slender Douglas fir trees trying hard to imitate their mightier redwood cousins. Hungry squirrels scamper the dirt floor on a foraging trip. A craving for acorns, fallen or on a branch, needs sating. Lean little trickle of water running down an extensive ditch toward Mount Tamalpais Way. Sorry masquerade as a full Russian creek. The steady march of hikers, boots and sneakers, treading new grooves into overworn trails, are offered protection and shade by the guardians in return. Thank you. And that last poem was called Guardians. My tribute to Muir Woods, located in Mill Valley, California, or as we in Oakland and San Francisco would call it, the North Bay, which is home to one of the tallest, biggest, thickest, colossal, old growth redwood trees in the entire Golden State. If you've never been to Muir Woods or seen a redwood tree a day in your life, get a vehicle, pack it with some of your loved ones. It could be a station wagon, a van, an SUV, you name it, and pack it with your lover, your brother, your sister, your cousin, or even that annoying ass neighbor next door to you. Pack them all into one vehicle and take the drive out to Mill Valley, California, and see Muir Woods and their redwoods for yourself. And those two poems came from Eloise Nietzsche, now available from Conviction to Change Publishing. From this mic to your ears, I'm Dee Allen. Thanks for listening. Happy Poetry Month, happy Earth Day, and happy Arbor Day.
Thanks, Dee.
Thank
Those were
you,
very good.
Dee.
Thanks, Dee.
Thank you, Dee. That's great. Pretty amazing. I like the diversity. It was really great to have Dee with us. I think he dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, Dee, you're still here.
No, I'm still here.
Good.
I wanted to throw in there that I found the topics this time were very informative, and actually I am going to do some follow-up from some of them. So I think that's just, a great start to this new year of Earth Festival. Every year we look at how we're going to do this new year of our part, what we can do in this next year of being a good steward. And so I think it's just a credit to all of the people who participated this year, in that I'm excited. I want to look at more things and look forward to what this next year is going to be.
Well said, Ramona.
It is great. And you're from Rohnert Park. So Dee, you're talking about Muir Woods. I know Ramona just lives north of there in Rohnert Park, or she was.
Wow, you
there.
lucky.
I think we caught our feedback. Marianne and Ramona's in the same room. I can see Ramona behind Marianne. So if both of you have your mic open at the same time, that's what's creating our feedback loop. So take turns with the mic.
And since if it's okay to chat just a little bit,
Absolutely.
Simply building upon what Dee was sharing with us about Muir Woods, I recently, a couple of Sundays ago, did a talk about Shinrin Yoku, which started in Japan, which is known as forest bathing. And it's really a very powerful practice that has caught on tremendously. And it's exactly what Dee was saying, spending time in the woods, in the forest, connecting with the trees and with nature. And it's a very powerful practice. So it's kind of very exciting, called forest bathing. And I think the more that people do that, I think the more they'll have an emotional connection to nature and not be sometimes so caught up in the concepts and the ideas about economy and marketplace, and realize that there's a lot more going on than just, money and housing and building and tearing down and stuff like that.
Speaking of money.
All right. Stan's going to throw $1 in the kitty.
No.
This is your money moment.
Yeah. Well, this is a song that I wrote in 1996 and put on my my household hazardous waste album when I was teaching reducing hazardous waste. And the song is called "Shopping for a Better World." And shopping for a better world. We're shopping for a better world. They say my money is the ultimate tool. Do I spend it wisely? Shop like a fool? Am I sure I really need this? Is this for real? Is it needless? That's why we're shopping for a better world. Shopping for a better world. It's my money and my life. I'm going to spend it. My health and the planet. Gonna defend it. When I buy it, I got to know it's safe, not some leftover chemical waste. We can make a difference. We can make a difference. We can make a difference if we make an informed choice. Raise your shopping voice. Best shoot straight with those ads you're trying, or we'll get wise, we won't be buying. Tell the truth and treat us fair. We'll all be glad about the world we'll share. We're shopping for a better world. Shopping for a better world. Excuse me, is this product recycled? Can I get a refill? What's the environmental carbon footprint of this product? What are these inert ingredients I see on the label? What do they do? Do you have a 1-800 product information line? Can I get a list of your board of directors? No? Well, that's okay, because I was just shopping anyway.
Thanks, Stan. So, Julie, I see you on there. How are you today? There's that famous green screen.
Julia's got a piano.
Hello?
You gotta use it.
Hello, Julia.
James, you have to be my interpreter because, hi. Hello, EarthFest 2021. So the way we have this set up is that it's hard. I can't hear you. So if you have any questions or anything, James, would you please interpret or write a question or anything?
I will be on set.
I love that. Can you see us? Can you hear everything all right?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear everything all right.
Woo, I heard you. Hey. Because
So if we're loud
trying to
enough,
make sure
you
we
hear
don't
us.
have our own sort of feedback loop because we all know how insane that can be. I think it's so very cool that everyone has come together this weekend the way that they have in order to present EarthFest. And it's been such an honor and a privilege to be a part of it. We presented the beginning of a project called Seven last night that we're just in the workshopping phase. Bob, thank you so much for having us. It really has been a wonderful experience. We had a few technical issues, but who hasn't in this virtual day and age? Oh, this is Mary, our pit bull. I don't know if you can see her. Is it all right if I play a song? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, you want to give me my sound back?
Go for it.
This is a song called Never Too Far, and it's on our album called Sound. And I think this is roughly apropos for our subject matter. You tell me, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Here we go. Why did you have to go? Bend your knee to gilded thrones. Obeisance has its toll. You were heading nowhere but down. Do you wanna leave your crown? Do you wanna burn this paper town? Now if you're wanting to turn it around, I will catch you, I will catch you, 'cause you're never too far gone. You can't come home. You're never too far gone that you can't come home. Demand and demand and demand. Burning headlights scare the lamb. The hammer's heavy in your hands. Don't let the bastards get you down. Do you wanna feel the ground? Do you wanna let go, free fall down? Now if you're wanting to turn it around, I will catch you, I will catch you, 'cause you're never too far gone. You can't come home. You're never too far gone that you can't come home. You've been running so hard for so long. It's getting to be like a new normal, and the harder you run, the more you burn it away. You told me nobody's broken, some lose their way. You're never too far gone that you can't come home. Never too far gone, now come on home. Any day, anytime, come on home. Come on home, open doors, open arms. Come on home, come on home. Any day, anytime. Come on home, come on home. Open doors, open arms. Come on home, come on home. Any day, any time. I am opening doors, I am opening my mind. my mind. Any day, any time. I am opening doors, I am opening my mind.
Hey, Julia.
Thank you so much for having me. I don't know. I think are we playing one song, two songs? You tell me.
We're just doing whatever we want.
Whoa, I love it. Would you like another? Are we
You want to
good?
go into another
How are
one?
you feeling?
It's good.
Groovy. Oh, right. Okay. I thought he was saying, no, that's good. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cheers. Okay, I'm going to leave this up to you. And James, please be my interpreter. Thank you, James T. Lundy, for helping me with the sound in the video. I could play another original called Frickin' Awesome, which is Frickin' Awesome.
And I'll just jump in right there. I totally want to hear
Joni
Frickin'
Mitchell
Awesome.
World and Big Yellow Taxi, but I have a feeling.
I want to hear
All right,
Frickin'
let's
Awesome.
do Frickin' Awesome. Here we go. I wrote this song after getting quite bullied by someone that I loved very much. Careful who you love. And I actually really love to play it, not so much to conjure up that moment, but as a reminder to be kinder, not only to others, but in particular ourselves. So this is for all of you frickin' awesome, awesome beings. Cheers. Sharp teeth can hide in the softest mouth. I heard what you said, I know what you meant, but I'm playing the long game. You push me down, I'm gonna push away. You got what you need, so take it and leave, 'cause I'm not gonna back down. Now if I took all of the stones that you've thrown, I would not know my own. I am not willing to be somebody's shadow. In my mind, I'm awesome. I'm freaking awesome, yeah. Oh, in my mind, I'm awesome. I'm freaking awesome, yeah. Say I'm proud that I live too loud. Huh. It isn't for you that I do what I do, and I'm gonna keep dancing. Oh, I will double down on my daydreams. Come on now, raise all the roof beams. No more hiding out and away. I am right here, right now. Oh yeah, oh. In my mind, I'm awesome. I'm freaking awesome, yeah. Oh, in my mind, I'm awesome. I'm freaking awesome, yeah. Hey, I might go down in flames, that I'll make it burn, so they see it for miles. I'm tired of fighting, tired of trying. I'm giving all of me up. In my mind, I'm awesome. I'm freaking awesome, yeah. Oh, in my mind, I'm awesome. I'm freaking awesome, yeah. Hey, freaking awesome, 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 freaking I am frickin' awesome, yeah. Frickin' awesome, 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 frickin' you are frickin' awesome too. Woo-hoo! Woo!
That's really great. That's amazing.
Thank you. I do want to take a quick moment, and I'm so sorry if I'm speaking over anyone, but I do want to make a loud acknowledgement that right now we are streaming from Parkville, Missouri, and these are the ancestral tribal lands of the Kansas, the Kaw, the Osage, the Kickapoo, the Ashanti-Sakoan nations. And I'm very grateful to be here, very grateful to have been given some time on your platform. Thank you so much for everything that all of you are doing to make this world a better place.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia.
Victor, I'm throwing that ball to you. Do something.
Sure, you're going to make me follow Julia?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I tell you, since Julia mentioned the ancestral lands, there is a Native American or indigenous prayer that was very powerful for me. And so I put it to music. And so I will do that. And by the way, I don't know if Julia can hear us. She's still, oh wait, it might be pinned on my.
I can hear you.
Julia's still here. Yeah.
Hey, Julia, I just wanted to tell you. I just wanted.
Where'd you go? Hold on.
Oh, now you're muted somehow.
There,
you go.
how's
You're
that?
back.
Is that better?
That's good.
Okay, so I just wanted to say thank you, Julia, for that. And we're very happy to have you here in Kansas City now, the Kansas City area.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's, as I said, a Navajo Indian prayer that I put to music. It was just so inspiring. Guess what? It's what singer-songwriters do, right? When they're inspired, they put it to music. It almost doesn't matter what it is. They just put it to music. So here we go. As I walk in beauty. The universe walks with me. In beauty, it walks before me. In beauty, it walks behind. In beauty, it walks above me. In beauty, it walks beside me. In beauty's all around me as I walk. I walk in beauty. And as I play in beauty. The universe plays with me. In beauty, it plays before me. Oh, in beauty, it plays behind. In beauty, it plays above me. In beauty, it plays beside me. Beauty's all around me as I play. I play in well, I play in beauty. And as I work in beauty. The universe works with me. In beauty, it works before me. In beauty, it works behind. In beauty, it works above me. In beauty, it works beside me. Beauty's all around me as I work. I pray in beauty. The universe prays with me. In beauty prays before me. In beauty prays behind. In beauty prays above me. In beauty prays beside me. Beauty's all around me as I pray. Well, I pray in beauty. Well, I pray in beauty. And as I live in beauty. The universe lives through me. In beauty it lives before me. Oh, in beauty it lives behind. In beauty it lives above me. In beauty it lives beside me. Beauty's all around me as I live, as I live. Well, I live in beauty. Well, I live in beauty. Well, I live in beauty. Thank you, everyone. And again, thank you, Bob, for doing this and bringing us together. I'm just really enjoying myself tremendously tonight. Just really,
Really?
loving the sharing that everyone's doing.
And it's so good to see you here. You've been so busy lately that,
Oh, I
I've just
know.
really missed you.
I've missed me.
Yeah, I bet you have. As most of you know, I mean, we're just pulling everybody into panelists here. So those of you that logged in thinking you're just going to sit here and watch, hey, you're on a panel too. Any of you want to unmute your mic and talk to us? Jane, Darren, Victor? You don't have to. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but hey, I've seen your name bouncing around the festival all weekend. So this is your chance to tell us about it.
Hey, this is Jane. I thought I heard my name, and
Hi,
it's been
Jane.
wonderful. It's been a fabulous. I couldn't do every hour, but I did quite a few, and this music is fabulous. Thank you, Victor. I'm just loving it. Namaste.
Does everybody know Jane? Jane's kind of like our leader of the EPA. She's just like, she runs the thing.
No, not at all. Not even close.
That's a different hat, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm more like a cog in the wheel over there, but I do my best.
You do a great job over there. And it's great to have the EPA back on board with us again.
Oh, well, there's a different direction in the country right now.
Mhm.
And it's
That's
very
what-
upbeat, very upbeat.
Yeah,
Like
let's keep
Victor's
it.
song. That was such
Yeah.
a wonderful beat. It was fast and lovely, and I
Well,
loved the Navajo.
thank you, Jane. Keep your seatbelt buckled because I know Stan and David and some of the rest have got some more fun, upbeat ways to, Jane, you bring up an interesting point, and that is sometimes it can be so easy to get caught up in the environmental catastrophes and it can really bring you down. But the flowers are still blooming outside and the breeze is blowing and the water is fresh and clean that I'm drinking right now. So, in this moment, it's there's a lot of beauty. So we can't forget that, even though we still do what we need to do to try to help bring about positive change. We can't forget about the things that are the joys and the happinesses, right?
Right. We have so much to be grateful for.
Yes.
You're right. When I turn on the water at home and it comes out clean and I can drink it, yay.
Yay.
So many of us are fortunate.
So that's a small miracle these days.
It is. It really is. Yeah.
Hey, Victor, I see your mic's on. How are you doing? Victor Poland.
It was good presentations this year. I've only been on it
since what, EF20. I was on EF20 for a little bit.
You're really soft. Pulling closer to your mic so we can hear you.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Don't use this medium too much. Can you hear me all right now?
Yeah, you're soft, but we can hear.
All right. Yeah, everything was good this year. I liked the presentations. I tried to work in as much as I could with, I was visiting with my oldest son. He was up there this weekend. We were watching Royals games and supporting Kansas City games and all. Now that
Woohoo!
doing well, and the Royals had a great weekend and all, so it was kind of hard to catch all the presentations, but it was fun, especially the ones on solar. So I was definitely interested in doing that, and just because I'm now in a solar home, so just about
Cool.
ready for Evergy to switch that meter out so I could go net metering. So I definitely wanted to hear what Ken had to say and what the other folks had to say as far as what the
Absolutely.
expectations would be.
Ken and Craig's going to be doing a longer version of that probably in May. So
Oh, good.
if you're on the Climate Digest, we'll send out an announcement on that.
Oh, great. Yeah. So like I said, he had a more pragmatic approach to it and all, but at some point it's just like, well, why don't we just put the solar panels up? If you have the resource, just put the solar panels up and just start doing it. I mean, but I understood what he was coming from. I mean, I was a former engineer, so I understood what he was talking about as far as getting everything sealed up pretty well. So, but anyway, good.
Well, thanks for being with us. I mean, a lot of places we could be this weekend, maybe in between sports and a nice sunny day outside. You didn't have to be sitting in here watching us.
Yeah.
Victor Dougherty, I'm back to Victor Dougherty here. You're actually one of my favorite Irish singers, and it's just like, you don't do that anymore, do you? I mean, back in the day when you had your Irish band going and playing down at Brown's, and just
it's very funny. And here's a funny story about that. I had a young couple have approached me to officiate their wedding. And we got to talking, I'm learning about them and we're sharing. And it turns out that they were together at a wedding reception in Weston, Missouri at O'Malley's Irish Pub. And they were like, there was this really awesome Irish band called Shenanigans. I'm like, oh my God, that was me. My band. And say they're like, wait, you've gone from an Irish pub singer to the director of the Temple Buddhist Center. How does that work? And of course, the answer is always suffering is what wakes us up. So you can't get much more suffering than playing in an Irish pub till 2 a.m. But it was actually a lot of fun. And I joke, I jest. But Isn't it funny how that all comes around, So, but Rochelle and I still do play from time to time. We'll sit around and play tunes and some of the old fun.
Just for yourself, or do you ever play public?
No, well, just like little jam sessions, like a couple of us will get together and play and like that. So nothing.
If you guys are ever jamming sometime and you want an audience, shoot me a link. I'd love to hear you again.
Well, we were talking about, Brown's Irish Deli here in Kansas City. It's the oldest family. Tis the oldest family-owned business in Kansas City.
Absolutely.
And they have a nice outdoor area. And so we were talking about maybe going and playing there just for fun, just sit around and just go through some of the old tunes and jigs and reels and some of the old songs and ballads. So that would be fun. And so, Bob, you'll be the first one to know.
And I'll be looking forward to that.
All right.
Hey, David, you got another one for us?
This is a brand new one, and some of you folks will realize the conundrum when right after I finish an album, get it all set, then I write a new song and I'm trying to figure out, does this really deserve to get on the album, or is this, I'm in love with it because it's new, but when the newness wears off, would I really want to put this on the album? So this thing came out just as I got the other songs in their final audio. And it's it's still in the cute baby stage for me. So I'm assuming it doesn't belong on the CD, but if you feel otherwise, let me know. And I enjoy singing it, and people seem to have fun with it. And it's really about a really serious topic, which in the last year I've realized done so much work on climate solutions, and I've become a believer that the only way to move forward is with climate justice. And one of the most important things happening is called Blockadia. It's not a place and it's not a movement, it's just the worldwide efforts to stop the continual extraction and drilling and mining. And a lot of that is happening on or through native lands. And so they are on the forefront. And so I'm thinking about this really serious topic, and this song comes out. Children at the blockade, children at the blockade, children at the blockade, children at the blockade. There's a mess of trouble in the boardroom today, mess of trouble in the boardroom today. Children at the blockade, they're gonna chant and sing. Children at the blockade, they're gonna chant and sing. They won't be moved, the police can't do a thing. Oh, the police can't do a thing. Children at the blockade, they know a thief in the night. Children at the blockade, they know a thief in the night. Burning fossil fuels, stealing their birthright. Oh, it's stealing their birthright. Children at the blockade are knocking at your door. Children at the blockade are knocking at your door. They protect the earth from London to Singapore, from London all the way to Singapore. Children at the blockade wanna vote when they turn 9. Children at the blockade wanna vote when they turn 9. Every politician's nightmare coming down the line. Oh, it's coming down the line. Cameras at the blockade, they see and hear it all. Cameras at the blockade, they see and hear it all. 2 billion lights, the governor's in Panama. Oh, the governor fled to Panama. They tried to slip past in the middle of the night. Oh, they tried to slip past in the middle of the night. 1,000 candles blaze with righteous light. Oh, they blaze with righteous light. Children at the blockade, they came on scooters and bikes. Children at the blockade, they came on scooters and bikes. Every color on that stage, and an orphan at the mic. Lord, an orphan at the mic. Children at the blockade say, take your money away, do it now. Children at the blockade say, take your money away. Investors are fleeing like this boat won't last a day. Well, this boat may not last a day. Children at the blockade, they went on the attack. Uh-oh. Children at the blockade, they went on the attack. It took a week, Lord, to get that bubble gum off the track. Bubble gum off that railroad track. Children at the blockade and 1,000 puppies to escalation. Children at the blockade and 1,000 puppies too. Those poor police dogs, they just didn't know what to do. Lord, they didn't know what to do. Children at the blockade are in any place where extraction and pollution dare to show their face. Hanging out in redwoods in the forest beneath a wing of paper airplanes flying on the breeze. Pipelines, tar sands, coal plants, pit mines, infrared showing leaks of fracking lines. Cooling down the planet, gonna take some little bodies on the line. Those damn walkie-talkies are everywhere. They have a mobile transmitter live on the air. Coordinate with China in the middle of the night. Brainstorm on Zoom how to win this fight. Kites on the windshield in the parking lot. Police untie 90 feet of knots. The kids get bored and give up. I think not, because they're children at the blockade. Children at the blockade. Ooh, children at the blockade. Children at the blockade. Ooh, there's a mess of trouble in the boardroom today. Mess of trouble in the boardroom today. Bonka chooka, bonka chooka, bonka chooka.
Wow.
Yay, David, you had everybody up dancing on that. I don't know if you were watching the cameras. So you were wondering if you should put that on your album or not.
Yeah, I have no idea if it's a good song or not.
What do people think?
Ramona likes it.
Put it on there.
Well, that was a fun one to write. It was like once you get that idea of just like, here are all these 7, 8, 6-year-olds,
Yeah, great visuals.
in front of all the bulldozers. It's like, oh, we have a problem.
Seems like a song that could go on forever. I mean, just, another verse after another verse after, and next year you come up with another 20 verses.
I
Well,
was thinking of the song "The Hole in the Bottom of the Sea." Sure going.
Yeah.
I was a preschool teacher, so that was a fun song.
You gonna sing something for us, Marianne?
No, I'm not a musician or singer of any kind.
Well, Marianne, do you remember that? What was it? The bog down in the valley-o? Remember that? It's a preschool song. Is like the tree and the limb and the limb and the tree and the tree down in the valley. Yo, whoa, whoa, the rattling bog.
That's obviously the Irish version.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, we don't want to do that. The Irish version.
No. That's not.
Marianne's famous for the Bunny Foo Foo song. Does anybody know that one?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
please, Marianne. Now our interest is piqued.
Yeah, anyone who teaches little kids sings.
Mm-hmm. She's muted and she's not coming back.
You do have control with that, don't you?
I could ask her to unmute, but I can't force her to do it if she doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got something I need to do after the next few minutes.
Well, you need to give us another song then before you go.
That was my thought. David, you inspired me. I had 4 in mind, and then 2 more came to mind. And so it's like,
Turn your guitar down a little bit.
what?
Turn your guitar down a little bit.
Yeah, this Taylor's pretty loud. So you may know I teach composting, and I've had worm bins in my basement for the last 26 years.
And earthworms are very cool. And I used to think it took magnets and wire to make electricity, but all you need is kids and worms. And so this is a tribute. I have one called "Feed It to the Worms," which is kind of a rock and roll song, but this is kind of the anthem for the earthworm. So. Earthworm, earthworm, you're the king of the soil, you leave nothing unturned. We are an unlikely teacher, there's some lessons we should learn. From a soil building, earth tilling friend, the earthworm. You keep on churning night and day. You eat your whole weight, they say, every day. You make the soil so mellow. Girl, you're quite a fellow. You leave your own secret sauce. Underground, you are the boss. You're the overlord of the underworld, earthworm. It's got segments like an insect, a gizzard like a chicken, moist like an amphibian, nose that's strong and thick, and lots of other strange things like the way they reproduce. They're mighty helpful creatures. Let's put it to good use. You take Mother Nature's spoil, with that you make great soil. And when the hard rain falls, it hardly runs off at all. It goes deep in the ground, down all those holes that are found. All around with lots of our friends, the earthworm. Earthworm, earthworm, we should be working with you anytime we learn. It's been 600 million years, you're still here. Let's give respect where respect is due to the earthworm. King of the recycling crew, earthworm. They know just what to do, earthworm.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Thank you, thank you. You gotta live with them for a while to come up with that one.
Yeah, you and David both into the old worm composting.
Yeah, that's true. He's taking it big time.
Yeah.
We're selling a lot of bins in that Kansas grant we're doing. I'm giving it away, but yeah, there's probably going to be 30 some schools with worm bins.
That's fabulous. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It's a lot, guys. Well, I have an appointment at 8, so I'm going to say goodnight, goodbye. Great festival, Bob. Thanks to the Climate Council. Thanks for your hard work. It was great.
Thanks for everything you do, Stan. You're just
Hi,
everywhere.
Stan.
Yeah, good to see you, Victor. It's been a while, buddy.
Good to see you, my friend.
Right. Au reservoir.
Thank you for that beautiful song. I loved it.
That's from the album Rot and Roll. And so
Rot and Roll.
You can find that on songsforteaching.org. It's got my album downloads. So thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Stan.
Bye, Stan.
I had no idea I'd heard songs about puppies and worms in this concert. Fabulous.
Very important for climate solutions.
Yeah, we've been hearing a lot about worms. David, you got a worm song, don't you?
Yeah.
I hate to do worms back to back, but hey.
Worms like to do worms back to back, but
Okay, now this is a child, Victor. Yeah.
Does my sound better now?
Yeah.
Trying to keep the guitar from overpowering.
I like that guitar.
Woo. So, my guitar has new string-itis. Okay. So Victor, if you'll mute, are you going to do one first? Okay. This is called I Like Worms. The hardest working creature that you'll ever meet is the one making tunnels under your feet. His task is mighty despite his size. He's a decomposer in disguise. I like worms. I like worms. There's a mystery underground where colonies toil. They eat anything rotten and it comes out soil. They don't sting or make a sound. They've no eyes for you till you're in the ground. I like worms. I like worms. Worms make the world go round. They make me want to kiss the ground. Yuck. I like worms. I like worms. So I brought them in my kitchen, and that's no lie. All my food scraps go in their bin, where that stuff dies. In the landfill it would stink, I fear, and add methane to the atmosphere. I like worms. I like worms. In my bin all those veggie scraps just disappear. I open the lid to my compost. I feel like a pioneer. Coffee grounds, broccoli, leaves and leeks, but it smells like a forest and a creek. I like worms. I like worms. Worms make the world go round. They make me want to kiss the ground. Not really. I like worms. I like worms. I like worms.
Hey, David.
worms it's turning out to be our theme tonight, huh?
It is. Victor, you're going to have to work on a worm song here before long. Maybe you'll be inspired.
I have to apologize to David. I started to tune my guitar. I didn't realize that it was still coming through. So that was a technical error on my part. But, you know, Bob, the only worm song I know was one my uncle taught me when I was very, very little. And it was something like nobody likes me, everybody hates me, I'm gonna eat a worm, great big woolly worms, eensy beensy teeny worms, I'm gonna eat a worm.
Well, that's your worm song. We now have the complete worm evening.
There's another verse.
What is it?
It's the Girl Scout song, and it says, Chop off the head, suck out the juice, throw the skins away. All the kids, we eat worms, worms 3 times a day. And in
Yay, Jay.
I have to ask
Yeah.
Mary Ann,
Uh,
did you ever have for a snack dirt and worms? Do you know the recipe for dirt and worms?
Oh,
No, I
yeah.
don't.
Oh my
Oreo.
gosh, it's have you had it, Victor? It is so
Yes,
delicious.
Oreos and gummies.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
yes, yes,
crumble
yes.
up Oreos and you put whipped cream in there with it.
Okay.
And then, you put a gummy worm on top and it's this wonderful chocolate dessert.
yeah, that's
I
a
And
had
good
that one. I had ants on a tree and raccoons on a something, and
I mean,
Yeah.
the best thing about having that for students is being able to tell them that snack is going to be dirt and worms.
Yeah.
David, you were a teacher. What grade levels did you teach? How long's that been?
I spent 28 years teaching second grade,
Really?
and that's really where the kitchen worm composting bin was devised. I tried a regular outdoor bin with the layers and the trays and the spigot and stuff, and in a public school classroom that was a total disaster. And it was way too complicated for the kids to even touch it. So I totally revamped and figured out something that was so simple that the second graders could take care of it. I didn't have to touch it at all.
It's pretty cool. And here, 28 years later, you're still putting together worm bins.
Yeah, in fact, we have a date for a worm bin workshop.
I heard you talking about that.
Compost Collective, KC Compost Collective.
Cool. You know what's neat, and Climate Council has all these partners all over the metro area, but it's so neat to see the different partners getting together and doing these things, collaborating on these things. Because that synergy just makes us all stronger.
Yeah, because I was ready for Meredith to say, well, we're trying to get people to do compost pickup, and it's like, and I realized, if they have a worm bin, they may not need to pay for compost pickup. And she was like totally into it. It's like, this is fabulous. Any way we can get them composting is great.
Yeah, they charge for their services, which is great. People need that, but she's there just for the composting. She's not trying to make a lot of money off of it.
Exactly.
Maybe you can get her to start selling worm bins for you. I mean, she's dropping off the buckets for the compost and such. It's just like, hey, you want to upgrade to a worm bin?
I know. And, it's like all the other, climate initiatives. It's one thing to do it on a small scale, but I'd really like to see other cities take this on and start getting worm bins built there and into people's kitchens. And
yeah.
And the problem is there's no real store where you can sell something that you have to keep moist and you have to keep feeding it. It's like, do you have them at pet stores?
You have to go to the pet store, right?
or a greenhouse, where they water their products every day, or it's because I thought, well, we got 100 worm bins out in Kansas City, but how would we do 1,000?
Well, and you're being kind of facetious about that, but why don't you approach the nurseries and the pet stores and see if they want to start selling worm bins?
Yeah, because that's what really needs to happen to make a real dent, is to prove that you can do 1,000 and figure out the logistics of getting it out there. I mean, one of the logistics for 1,000 worm bins is that you need 500 worms per bin. Do the math. That's a lot of worms.
That is.
Don't you just have to start with one and chop it in half, and then chop that one in half, and then chop that one in half? And
Victor, you're used to eating them, so you like the small pieces.
Bite size.
I'm thinking of the all those places where people buy the bait, they all sell worms. I know they're cold.
Are those the right kind of worms, David? I mean, if we went to a bait shop and got,
They're a different kind of worm, and
I'm sure they're the wrong kind of worm, but
yeah,
maybe
they
they'd
don't
be
really
open.
take care of them. They don't really
They
take care
don't.
of
maybe we could have an adopt a worm society. We go to the bait stores and we rescue the worms.
Oh my
Well,
God,
you
that's
know,
huge. You
one
get
of
to
the
name
things-
them, and then we'll have worm races.
I know Marianne's talked about getting a worm bin, but she will name all of them and talk to them.
Yes.
Well, you know, when people go out of town, they call me up and say, "Can you worm sit?" I'm worried about my worms if I go on vacation for 2 weeks.
I can see it all over YouTube. It's the worm cam.
Ooh, another great
That's
idea.
a
You guys are
great
being facetious,
idea.
but I'm curious,
That's a
why not?
wonderful idea, Victor. It is
Totally.
coming to a YouTube
Totally.
channel near you.
I think our next Earth Festival, there will have to be a separate breakout just to watch the worm cam.
Love it.
Clear bucket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Put the
yes.
camera on it.
Well, the first prototype kitchen worm compost bin had glass sides.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that my students learn very quickly about worms is that they hide from the light because they do not like being lunch for birds.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
Jane,
definitely do it.
Jane, did you watch the presentation this morning on the KC Regional Climate Action Plan? You're muted.
Yeah, no, I missed that one. I had a
Okay.
church
Okay.
thing going
I was just
on.
going to ask you, what you thought of that. But did anybody see that presentation?
I'm really interested. I couldn't catch it, but
Yeah, I missed it. I couldn't.
What
see anything.
do they have
What'd
much
you think?
online?
Well, these all go back up online. So I mean,
No, I
give
mean,
me a
does
week.
Mark,
Mark,
anything online yet with that?
they've actually got the action plan online. I mean, you can go to the website, and I'm not going to know off the top of my head, but once I get that presentation posted, they've got it listed there. But you can go on and read the whole plan and stuff. I thought it was very informative. I thought they were doing a really great job of pulling it all together and looking at the actions we can do and looking at the sequestration and just kudos to them. And I know Mark and ClimateGKC's worked real hard on that. It's been about a couple of years coming. So it's really great to see that there.
Good, good.
Was it Addison was the speaker?
It was Addison and Bill Blessing.
Yeah, I'm sure Addison did a good job. I'd like to see.
They both did.
Yeah.
They both did a really good job on the presentation. So Victor, you feel like another song? I saw the guitar move itself into your lap.
Yeah, I got one more. And I was just going to share an old classic by Eliza Gilkyson. I saw, a couple years ago, the Folk Alliance International Festival was held here in Kansas City. And I walked into a room and there was a panel of singer-songwriters up there, and Eliza Gilkyson was there, and she launched into this song and the whole room erupted singing with her. And it was just one of those mesmerizing moments where the energy was palpable. And so I thought I'd just play that song by Eliza Gilkyson called "What Kind of Beast Comes Slouching." And I'll start with the chorus, and if you guys feel like sing along, or just whatever, there's no right or wrong way, right? What kind of beast comes slouching? What kind of beast comes slouching? What kind of beast comes slouching? Slouching towards Bethlehem. Ooh. So people get ready, 'cause it won't be long. The hurricane will come a-blowing strong. The chance to rise will be come and gone, slouching towards Bethlehem. Ooh. So what kind of beast comes slouching? What kind of beast comes slouching? slouching? What kind of beast comes slouching, slouching towards Bethlehem? Ooh. So he's coming in the name of hunger, dragging all the poor folks under. Who stands behind him, I wonder, slouching towards Bethlehem. So what kind of beast comes slouching? What kind of beast comes slouching? Tell me what kind of beast comes slouching, slouching towards Bethlehem. Ooh. He's coming in the name of high finance, corporations, religion, and violence, counting on collusion and silence, slouching towards Bethlehem. What kind of beast comes slouching? What kind of beast comes slouching? What kind of beast comes slouching, slouching towards Bethlehem? So you better stand with your shoulder to the wheel. You better band together at the top of the hill. You better blow that horn much louder still, slouching towards Bethlehem. Tell me what kind of beast comes slouching? What kind of beast comes slouching? What kind of beast comes slouching, slouching towards Bethlehem? Tell me what kind of beast comes slouching? What kind of beast comes slouching? What kind of beast comes slouching, slouching towards Bethlehem? Slouching towards Bethlehem. Ooh, slouching towards Bethlehem. Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, Victor.
Beautiful. Thank you.
One of those, magical moments that you have when you walk in. I mean, the whole room, 180 people just all singing along. So powerful. Oh my gosh, you get really inspired. Just like, I've been inspired by Earth Fest 21, all the work that Bob and the speakers and all the folks that are coming together and really pouring their hearts into this. That community collective is very powerful and it's inspiring, and that's why we do it, right? I mean, sometimes, folks are like, well, gosh, I don't know what difference I can make. Add your voice, add your heart, add your presence, add your energy, and that collective creates something much more than what just, 150 people can do. It magnifies it by 10 times. So